friendly confines, Wrigley Field. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Justin Steele. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
The pitch. Mookie Betts in the box now. Takes strike one. That one's in there, and it's 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike three.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Freddie Freeman in the box now. Takes strike one.
Starts him off with the breaking ball, which isn't surprising. They're trying to keep him off balance, but he's been known to connect on the breaking stuff too.
Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. One out, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. That one a little bit high. It's 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And a pitch. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. The batter now will be Will Smith. Just off the inside edge. There's a strike. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. And a count 1-2. Freeman over at first with one away. Got him swinging for the K. Had him out front for strike three.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the topspin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Here's Muncy to hit. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And another ball. At the belt and fires. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, inning over. One hit, one left. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the hill, Shohei Ohtani. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
We go to the bottom of the first, so up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. The pitch. Fought off foul. The pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. This one in the air. He's under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him way out front of the slurve.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
In half up to hit. Close one, doesn't get the call.
1 ball.
And that is ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And a count 2-1. That one missed. Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Cubs. And he walked him.
Take your base.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Here's Cody Bellinger. And that one fouled off. Two outs. Strike 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Half the runner at first with 2 gone. Swung on, belted. Outman going back. Hauls it in on the warning track. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. New inning getting started. And now the center fielder, James Outman. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Next one misses, and the count even 1-1. Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Hauls it in for the out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And fouled off. Kicks and deals. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. With the go-ahead run standing at second here at the top of the second. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And it's into the gap. Runner around third. He scores, and they have the lead. 1-0.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.